Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to KB's Small Engine Repair. Appreciate you guys joining me today. We are going to be discussing warranty work. If you should take it, if you should sign up to be a warranty center, and what it all involves. So again, thanks for watching and tuning in. Let's get right into it. Should you be a warranty center? What does that involve? What does it entail? What does it take to be a warranty center? Who should I be a warranty center for? Those are all things we're going to discuss. I am a warranty center for several brands, several different companies, and there are pros and cons to it. Again, this is kind of one of those deals where it's up to you and where you want to take your business and how, if it will help you, if it will hurt you, if you have the time for it. That's all up to you. This is kind of an informational video, and it will give you an avenue on if you should do it, or give you some information on how to do it, how to jump into it if that's what you want to do. So first off, I am a warranty center for Coleman Powersports. How that came about is this summer, actually, summer of 2020. I was called by Coleman Powersports, and they said, hey, we've got a customer in your area. They need service on one of our machines. There isn't anybody in your area to service the equipment. If we send you the parts and pay your posted shop rate, will you take care of this customer for us? I said, sure. What's the issue? What's going on? They told me all about it. They said it's one of our mini bikes, and we'll send you all the parts and we'll pay you your shop rate. I said, sure. Yeah. Bring them on in. It was a super simple job. It was, I don't know if you've ever seen or worked on any of their equipment. It was one of their mini bikes, and one of their clutches, the clutch seized up, which is super common problem on these. Now having been a service center for them, see this all the time. Their clutches burn up, seize up on them. Have to switch them out all the time. So took in the bike, found out the clutch was seized, called them up. They sent me a clutch, and sent them an invoice with my how long it took me, whatever, my shop rate, and received a check within about 2 weeks. So they called me back, after I sent them an invoice, and said, hey, what do you think about becoming a service center for us? We don't have a service center in your area. If this works well for you, if you enjoyed the experience, we'd love to have a partnership with you, and send you more business, and carry on what we have. And so I said, yeah, sure. That was a pleasant experience. So I signed up with them. Just filled out a simple application, told them, my shop rate, and, there was some stuff in there, what's required from me, and then some things that are required from them. Some of those things that are required from me are, I need to be quick. I need to, have a quick turnaround. I need to, which is ironic, and I'll get to that in a minute, but, I need to provide, excellent service, things like that. Nothing crazy, nothing that I don't do already in my business to satisfy my customers. And then things that they are required to provide are, parts. They're required to pay you within 30 days, which is good. You're not dragging out, waiting for payment, trying to collect payment, which hasn't always been the case. So I'll get to that. That's one of the cons of being a warranty center, but overall, it's been a pretty good experience for me. Especially with the pandemic, we've had ups and downs with business. It's brought me a lot of work. Coleman, as it's been with every industry, cars, RVs, toys, whatever, people in an effort to get out of their homes to, spend their stimulus check, whatever it is, they've bought a lot of Coleman Powersports, mini bikes, generators, go-karts. And in doing so, there's been a lot of problems. So having found out, kind of through the grapevine, apparently I am the only warranty center for Coleman in the entire state of Utah. This was about a month ago that I found that out. So I don't know if that's currently accurate or if that was accurate, or if or whatever. But I had somebody from southern Idaho that was having to bring a side-by-side down to me to get repaired because I was the only one close enough. So a little bit frustrating there for customers. But a couple things that I'm going to touch base on with Coleman, just because of how much experience I've had with them, and a couple things that are frustrating that I've had to experience with them. So first thing, a lot of their parts have been back ordered because they come from overseas. I don't know if it's because they've had to order a lot because they've had a lot of problems, but a lot of their parts have been back ordered. So for instance, I have a customer's mini bike in my shop right now. I've had for 10 weeks. So I've had this bike in my shop for 10 weeks that I've had waiting on parts. Customer got the bike, took it out of the box, found out there was an issue with the jack shaft assembly. Hadn't even taken a single ride on it. Brought it in, and I've had it for 10 weeks waiting on a part. So customer called me up a couple times, said, hey, what's the status? I don't know, haven't had the part yet. I'll call Coleman, figure it out. They say, oh, it's on a ship somewhere. It'll be here as soon as we can. And then I called them this morning. This morning actually. And they said, well, we got it off the ship, shipping container. Now we just have to inventory it and then we'll send it out to you. So a little bit frustrating there because customers call Coleman. Everything is carried through Coleman. The customer calls Coleman. Coleman calls me and says, hey, we have a customer. Are you willing to take this equipment? I say yes. They send the customer my information. The customer brings the equipment to me. I fix it, give it to the customer, send Coleman the invoice. Invoice goes to their accounting department, and then Coleman pays me. So it's a little bit frustrating though because the customer has my information. So while it's Coleman's issue and Coleman's fault that their parts are back ordered and that it's their fault that everything is delayed, the customer now has my information. They have my company name. They have my phone number. So they're calling me. They're looking at my business name. And so while I haven't had too many issues with that, it's just I hold myself and my business to such a high standard. It kind of gives me anxiety. It kind of gives me a feeling of uneasiness having these customers be unhappy. And so that's kind of a bummer and a downside, but you know, it's part of the times, I guess. And, you know, kind of frustrating there, and then another thing that's frustrating is I've given them a whole bunch of information. They have all my information, but anytime Coleman calls me, it's a different person. It's from a different phone number. And then they always call me and say, hey, this is from Coleman Powersports. We have a customer in your area. Are you willing to take this person? I say, yeah, of course. They say, okay, can I have your business information? It's like, don't you already have my business information? I'm in the middle of summer. I'm in the middle of a job right now. My hands are all oily. I had to stop what I'm doing to take your call. And now you're taking 3 extra minutes to collect my business information. It's just the way they do business could be modified, I feel. And it's a little aggravating the way they do it. Another thing is you're always working with somebody different. So somebody calls me up, takes my information. I don't even know who it was. They say, I'll send you an email. They never send me an email. So I send off my invoice to somebody and say, this is complete. Can you please get me paid? I never hear back from that person. So 30 days roll by, or I even did hear back. They said, great, I'll send this off to the accounting department. 30 days rolls by. I never receive a check. So I say, hey, 30 days has been here. I don't have my check. I need to get paid. And they say, oh my goodness, I don't know what happened. And call up the accounting department. They say, oh yeah, well, we got the invoice, 3 days ago. No, I sent that 33 days ago. So there's just some issues there that have been disappointing, but again, it's money. They brought me a decent amount of work. So, pros and cons, like I said, that's just something you need to figure out if you have the time to deal with. Something if you want to figure out if you want to work with. There's no, certification requirements. There's no, there's not a whole lot there. You don't need to carry parts. You don't need to stock their parts. You don't need to, they're super easy to deal with. I would just, if you want to do that with them, Tractor Supply sells a lot of their equipment. Sportsman Warehouse, I don't know where they are. They're here in Utah. I don't know if they're West Coast, nationwide, whatever, but Sportsman Warehouse sells their equipment. But I would recommend just calling up Coleman, see if you can be a service center for them and start there. But Briggs & Stratton, if you want to be a Briggs & Stratton dealer. I recently did that. Apparently I kind of did that backwards, but I'll make another video on certifications and if they're necessary, if they're worthwhile, whatever. But I personally became a master service technician with Briggs & Stratton. And in doing so, my distributor said, "Hey, why don't you become a dealer and do warranty work? You're already a service technician, master service technician. You've already ordered enough parts. All you need to do is carry an equipment line, and you'll meet that requirement." So there's quite a bit more involved to becoming a Briggs & Stratton warranty dealer, warranty center, whichever one you want to call it. You have to be an equipment dealer, some kind of equipment dealer. It doesn't have to be Briggs & Stratton. It can be anything, but you have to be an equipment dealer. You have to have some kind of certification, some kind of certified technician. I think they accept EETC, which is the equipment engine. Oh, geez, I forget. I always get nervous on these videos and forget my wording, so I apologize. But the Engine Equipment Training Council, I believe it is, the EETC. And then I believe they have just like a 4-day engine training course. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or you can get your master service technician certification. But again, I'll do another video on certifications and stuff like that. But and then you apply for a dealership. So I did that, and I can now take warranty work for them. Super simple. It's all done online. It's all done through what they call the Power Portal. If you're not, a parts distributor for them or anything. And it's a super slick process. So haven't had any complaints with them. Haven't had any issues with them. It's been great for me, been beneficial for me. I order a lot of parts. Next is MTD, Kohler, Husqvarna. MTD, you've got Husqvarna, AYP, Bollins, Craftsman now. Those are all kind of incorporated, but those are going to be through I think they call this your central distributor. Go to Gardner Inc. That's GARDNERINC, GardnerInc.com, to figure out where your central distributor is if you're not already buying parts through them. There's different regions of the country that will send you to different distributors. My part of my state, or my region, is Power Equipment Systems. That's where I buy all of my MTD, Kohler, Tecumseh, Husqvarna, all those parts. They're located out of Oregon. So that's where I do all of that. And that's where I've become my Kohler and MTD, AYP warranty dealer. For Kohler, I had to be some sort of technician. You can be, they have 2 different technician levels. You are just a technician or an expert technician. That's based on how you score on their gasoline engine technician's certification, something like that. And that is taken through Kohler Engines University. And anyone can apply for that. You go on Kohler Engines University and ask for a login. They'll give that to you, and you go on and take their test. There's some free classes you can take to kind of brush up on that if you want. You don't have to be attached to a dealer or anything to do that. Anybody can apply for that. If you just want to learn something, or if you just feel like getting a certification. Again, I'll do a video on that, but go on there and you can get a certification. Your testing is, again, your score tells you if you're if you're a technician or an expert technician. Either one will kind of give you benefits based on that, but you do have to be a technician, and then you do have to place a parts order. and have a certain list of their required tools, which include, you know, some of their EFI tools, since they have a lot of EFI engines. A couple, anyways, they have a list of tools you have to buy. And then you can do warranty work for Kohler. MTD, they just assume that if you have a shop that you're certified to work on engines, so they just require a minimum parts order of their highest moving parts. And Tecumseh obviously isn't in business anymore, so there's nothing to do there. But it's been really good for me to do all this, because it not only brings me more work, but being a dealer for all of these people, companies, it has given me a huge discount on parts. I was a parts distributor for them before, so I was getting discounts on their parts, but now my discount is even greater, which means more money in the bank for me. So my profit on parts has grown, which means, you know, all the work that I was doing before and putting parts on machines for tune-ups and repairs and everything before, that profit margin on those parts that I was using anyways has just gone up. So there's definitely some benefits there. It just kind of depends on if you want to deal with the hassle of the paperwork and the phone calls and the this and that and testing and keeping up on your certifications and so on and so forth. So just wanted to put this quick video out there and give you kind of a little touch on, you know, kind of what it takes, you know, what kinds of things you can do to get started into warranty work, and what kinds of things to expect. So hopefully this was helpful. Let me know in the comments down below. Give me some ideas on what you want to see next. If these informational videos are helpful, if you want to see more how-to videos on equipment, or how-to videos on starting businesses, informational stuff like that. If you want to see like a toolbox tour, if you want to see a tour of my shop, let me know what you want to see. These videos are all about you and how to help you. So let me know down below. Hit that thumbs up, give me a like. Please consider subscribing. That helps me out. And you know, this will probably be the last video before Christmas. It will be the last video before Christmas. I'll try to put one out next week before the holiday or New Year's. But if not, I wish you guys all a very Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is you guys celebrate. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and a wonderful new year. Let's make 2021 the greatest year ever. Thank you all for watching. You guys have a great day.